Hello everyone, it's the Canadian Wi-Fi here. We have a doozy of a battle for you today. This is one I got on ladder. Recently what I've been doing is I've been waking up kind of early, and I'll just grab a quick OU battle on the ladder, keep myself fresh, keep myself up with the times. This is a team I made with Tom Bus, but specifically like the first 3 mons are just stuff I threw on. The idea behind it was, does this just win? Basically Pokemon that, given the right circumstances, just win. They, against certain teams or against certain matchups, just outright win. So we got Superior, Hawlucha, Calm Mind, T-Wave, Clef, and then specially defensive SD Talonflame. Because I have Clef and Spidef Talon, I mean, there's no better pairing than just throw on some Hippo Balance at the end. Looking at my opponent's team, it looks pretty standard, kind of like Gen 5-ish, but I mean, Mega Altaria is there. It just looks fat. It's going to be an interesting battle. Looking at potential threats, Gliscor could be a problem if it SDs too much, because really I don't have Hippo doesn't have anything to touch it, because it has Toxic and it only has Earthquake. I opted not to go with Whirlwind because Toxic helps me against Lando, T, Bulky Chomp, etc. On the first turn here, I'm going to lead Clefable, thinking he might lead Breloom. He leads Rotom Wash. He's T-Wave Rotom Wash. I'm T-Wave Clefable. I expected a Volt Switch. T-Wave! Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave is the best move in the game. So I'm going to stay in here, try to pop his Heatran's balloon on turn 4. Unfortunately, I do not, because I get fully paralyzed. That will come back, but it doesn't even matter because, would you look at that, he gets paralyzed on the next turn. As I switch out to Starmie, which gives me a free Rapid Spin, rocks are no longer on the field. This game, the reason I'm showing you the chat, you may be wondering, is because it gets pretty interesting later on. We'll get to that when we get there, but yeah, Volt Switch off my Clefable goes into Breloom. Reveals that he has Facade, so not only does he reveal he's Facade, he also reveals that he's Toxic Heal, which is a bit interesting. I haven't seen it very often, but it's pretty threatening. As I'm going to Brave Bird. There's no real reason to SD. He could just Facade again, and I don't want Talon taking that damage. So I'm going to go to Starmie to scout his Gliscor set. He reveals Toxic, which I'm like, okay, if I had Taunt on Talonflame instead of SD, that would be pretty nice, but then he reveals Protect, and it's like, okay, I haven't seen this since 2013, but he's actually just straight up running Toxic Protect Gliscor, not even Sub-Toxic, Toxic Protect Roost, which is just, okay. Won't say anything yet, as I realize at this point Hawlucha is pretty much a completely safe switch in, as long as I get it in on anything other than a Toxic. So I'm going to be able to sub up on him, click a quick Solid Stance. And at this point, I realized, okay, he brought in Altaria right away. That has to mean it's Hyper Voice, right? So I'm going to scout for that. Unfortunately, he's just returned, which means I almost could have swept with Hawlucha already. Looking at the Altaria, I assumed that he wouldn't be mixed, so I'm just going to go for a Will-O-Wisp as he goes for Dragon Dance. At the very least, it'll stall out a turn as he has to go for Refresh or Heal Bell. As I'm going to use this opportunity just to Swords Dance in his face. Talonflame setting up a little bit, and then here he goes. Why did that do less with a Dragon Dance? So I immediately realized, okay, I am technically still bottom of the ladder because it's only the 3rd day that I've done this. So I mean, there is the suspect ladder, so there may be good people, there may be bad people, but benefit of the doubt, I don't say anything yet. I do a quick calc. I see that Rotom Wash cannot kill me, and I 2 KO Rotom Wash. Unfortunately, he crits me, which in my eyes mattered because I'm specially defensive Talon. Did a quick calc, maximum is 48 from a special defensive Rotom. However, he reveals the fact that he is Choice Specs, and I'm just like, okay. First off, you don't know that Burn halves your attack. Second off, Choice Specs, Rotom Wash with Thunder Wave. You know when you're on the ladder and you're falling behind someone who you think is worse than you? You let your emotions get the better of you, and this is going to be a classic case of myself letting my emotions get the better of me until I turn it around mid-game. So as you can see in the chat here, which I am leaving on the screen because later on in the game you will see that my opponent has threatened me with screen caps that he will leave in my next video's comments. I want to show him I'm not afraid of shit. You know what? I stand by my mistakes. I grow as a person, and you know what? This battle is a perfect example of that. So as you can see, the timer is counting down. I only have 90 seconds left at this point. And I don't actually know what I'm going to do at this point. I'm down 6-4. This guy's talking mad shit. I also think he's stupid. And I don't know what my game plan is. Obviously, Serp can't come in because it's just going to get bopped by a U-turn. I don't know what set he is on Scizor. I got to play every card possible, right? Hippo is not really going to accomplish much because his Heatran's still on a balloon and his Gliscor is still chilling there. Starmie, it's an option, And I think it's my best option, because I need to save Hawlucha. I've recognized Hawlucha as a win condition. Late game, I'm pretty sure Hawlucha just wins. In fact, as long as I can get a little bit more damage on things, Hawlucha does just win. So my play right now is to go into Starmie and just go for the nice, reliable Scald burn. So I go into Starmie, click Scald. What do you know? Easy, bop, boop, beep, get the burn. Bug Bite does not kill me because of the burn. And we're right back. We're right back. We're back in business. We're back in business. As you can see at this point, he's going to continue bug biting. I'm just going to keep recovering as, barring a crit, I can just burn stall him out until he reveals Roost, which is like, okay, well, this is going to get kind of annoying. We can both just recover off damages. I don't really want to stay on this. I can just go with the Hippo because I assume burn will be able to do nothing, and at the very least I can get my stealth rock up. He keeps talking shit. I just drop him a question mark. I'm not even sure like what that line was about. And then I drop the autism, which is a go-to insult for me for some reason. I really don't like that it is, and I'm trying to change that. But just like, anyway, I end up ignoring my opponent. So everything at this point out, I'm not even able to see that he has said it to me. That is when I muted the chat, basically. I ignored my opponent, and I went down and I started playing some fucking Pokemon. So at this point, he's just going to continue SDing with his Scizor. I'm in with Hippo. I got up my rocks a little bit ago. I believe Starmie is still healthy. His Scizor is burned. It's a +3, which is a little bit scary. I don't have Whirlwind on Hippo. Like I said, I have Toxic. I know he's going to switch out to Heatran or Gliscor on one of these Earthquakes. I have a feeling, right? I don't know which one it's going to be, and I don't want to pull a double into Starmie and have him go for Bug Bite that turn, because I'm pretty sure at +4 it would actually kill me. He does end up pulling the switch out into Heatran as I click Earthquake. A little bit upsetting, but there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. Like I said, the double was too risky to pull, as he ends up revealing Toxic Heatran to go along with his Toxic Gliscor. At this point, I'm going to predict him to go into something not Gliscor, and I'm going to double out to Superior. I know my Starmie's in, he's not going to go to Gliscor, and that basically gives me a free opportunity to click Leaf Storm with my Starmie. He reveals Bulk Up on his Breloom. Superior is bulky, it could have lived a Facade even if he were to go for it, and now I can just freely fire off an HP Fire. Obviously, Heatran could have switched in at that point. However, he left his Breloom in to die, which is fine by me, because that is one thing down, one actual decent problematic thing down, because Breloom's annoying, Spore obviously. Facade, Bulk Up, it revealed a couple different things. I'm going to end up getting burned by the Lava Plume, but it forces him out, which is fine, again, because Starmie is faster than I think every single thing on his team right now. And Scald plus Psyshock is going to be able to do a number. For some reason he sacks his Scizor here. I mean, it wasn't going to be useful regardless the rest of the game because it's burned and almost dead. But not agreeing with that play. So I drop him a quick Angel PK face, and once again, I still can't actually see the replies that he was replying with there because I still have him ignored. I'm still playing. I'm out here making plays. He Dragon Dances. As I got off a little bit with a Leaf Storm, by a little bit I mean like enough to the point where he's very low after the burn damage. I was hoping I would still be faster. Unfortunately, he's a very fast Altaria because you have to... I don't think you have to be Jolly, but you definitely have to be max speed Altaria to outspeed Starmie just at +1. So I'm going to come in. I assume I can still live a return, which I definitely can because he's burned. And I'm just going to continue clicking Psyshock. If he were to continue roosting there, I guess I would have been forced out into Hippo, but I'm glad that it never came to that. And at this point the game is over. The game is 100% over because Hawlucha has been released. Hawlucha is here. I know that as soon as he hits a Toxic, he's going to go for a double Toxic, predicting my Hawlucha. So I'm going to stay in once, Scald him up. He misses that Toxic like I predicted perfectly. And on this turn, I believe Hawlucha is the most safe switch of all time. So I'm going to pop him with an easy, too easy. Sometimes it's a little too easy. At this point, man, what is it? I bet you wouldn't want your subs knowing you were such a dick. And then you can see there on turn 55, I no longer ignore my opponent. Anyway, Hawlucha's in. Hawlucha's is going to do Hawlucha things. I go for Acro instead of High Jump because I don't want to miss and it'll 2-hit KO. But as I mentioned here, please go back to that trader school, read that blackboard, and learn not to suck. I am fucking ruthless on ladder, and to be completely honest, like, I have nothing to hide. Like I said, everyone makes mistakes. You get caught up in the moment. This is like, for some reason, low ladder people always piss me off. As soon as they make plays and get inside my head, I'm a mess. So, I don't know, man. It's just like... This isn't even that bad of an OU battle. I figured I'd throw it up on my channel. Look at this, last turn, still predicting to the last turn, SDing on the Protect. Get out of my fucking... Oh my goodness. Anyway, that's gonna be the game today. I hope you guys enjoy this one. Like I said, a little bit different, a little bit funny. You can pause and read the chat, I suppose, if you really want to, but just stupid insults back and forth. That's what I don't like about Showdown, to be completely honest. Like, there's some really, really awful people, and to be completely honest, I'm one of them. Like, as soon as you start talking shit on Showdown to a random opponent, like, you just add to the cancer that is Pokemon Showdown. Very rarely do I get an OU battle and the opponent ends up actually, like, being nice, considerate, kind, and, like, we end up talking, we share some jokes, ends up being a good game, we both exchange GGs, and we move on. It's like, this may be like 1 in 1,000 battles, like, most of the time, and this is what I remember back from my days of actually laddering in suspect tests. Nothing but complete assholes after complete assholes. Not saying my opponent was a complete asshole, I did kind of egg him on, but I mean, like, good lord, the shit talking was out of control, so I figured I'd throw this one up on my channel. It wasn't actually that bad of a game. Halucha, the MVP, oh my goodness, and also, please, stop using Toxic Stall Gliscor. Like, Specially defensive SD Gliscor is good. Specially defensive Taunt Gliscor is good. Both of them break stall. If you're just straight running Subtoxic Gliscor, please go back to 2012, 2013, back when the set was at least usable. No longer. Let's not see that stuff on ladder anymore. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Like I said, expect some more Pokemon coming out later this week. I still have that game against Joe that I believe we're going to be playing on Friday. So that is going to be from the CCL. His team actually looks really scary. He has a Mamoswine that I don't know quite how I'm going to prepare for. But we will cross that bridge when we get there. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I hope to see you next time. Peace, guys.